Sex on the Bridge. Yes, welcome to Sex on the Bridge. I'm Carlene, the original dancehall queen. And of course, I'm bringing to you your weekly dose of grown and sexy radio content. All right? So, but before I continue, please note this is a show, adult rating show. So if you're, too young, please go to your bed. And some of you, please listen with caution, okay? Because it tend to get a little sexy. And tonight, but I'll tell you about what the topic will be in a little bit. I don't want to jump to it. I don't want to rush into it. I don't want to fling it up on you. But today, Marlo, yes, my nephew. Happy birthday, Marlo. Happy birthday. All right. I'll see you when I get home. I know you had a lovely day today because you swam, you got your birthday cake, you got presents. Although I'm saying more presents, but hey, I'll figure it out. All right. So happy birthday, Marla. Happy birthday. Yes, it was a good day. The sun was hot, but just right. Not too harsh or rough on the skin today. It wasn't that bad today. It was one of the days you could, deal with the roughness of the sun. Yeah. Because tonight my topic is some like it rough. Ooh. Do I like it rough? Guess it depends. We'll talk about it later on in the show if I like it rough or not. But, yeah, we'll talk about it later on in the show if I like it rough or not. I'm going to throw to a little teaser song, by Chino, Rough It Up by Chino. Wine pan it, baby, rough it up by Chino. Rough it up. I want to explain something that especially dancehall, rough sex is different from the rest of the world. Because rough sex varies from person to person. It can be described as anything from hard kissing, hard touching, foreplay, spanking, or giving command or being aggressive. In dancehall, most times rough sex is described by how hard he's penetrating her. You hear Shaba say hard and stiff, him I go ram it and tab it and damn it and mash it up and tear it down. And yes, so in dancehall, rough sex is more not hitting and biting and stabbing you up, kicking you down, and it's about the penetrational job that's being done. And the girl ball for her belly bottom. Good night to Stephanie. Good night, Stephanie in New York. Yes, Steph likes rough sex, but in the dancehall fashion. I don't think she likes the biting and the choking and nobody has stab her or attempt to stab her or kick her down or any of those kind of things. But as we said, it varies from kissing. So you'll have somebody who probably kissing the person and biting on their lips, and there's blood and listen to me. But anyways, if you don't enjoy pain, I don't think rough sex is for you. If you enjoy pain, yes. And pain varies from this high to this low. So it could be a little, and it could be a bang. I don't know. Well, I'm thinking, guys. I'm thinking about rough sex. I'm thinking about how do I like if I do or don't like it. All right, I'll tell you later on in the show. I'll think about it some more. Because it's one thing to get somebody, as I said, in Jamaica, especially in dancehall, rough sex means hard penetration. That doesn't mean it's rough sex. It's him being rough, but that doesn't mean it's rough. Because from what the word rough has described in the world of sex, rough sex means usually getting a little violent on somebody looking in might think, whoa. And it extremes. It goes from just kissing rough to way into even stabbing the person. I don't know if you remember watching 50 Shades of Grey. In 50 Shades of Grey, if you remember Mr. Grey, he likes rough. And his girl, the new girl, she wasn't certain because, you know, she wasn't accustomed to it, or new. She was new because remember, she was a virgin, if you remember from the show. And it's one part of the show where she insisted she insisted for him to go hard. And when he did, she got up and she said to him, you know, I'll never let you do this to me again. Which human being does this to another human being? And then you say you love me. But she agreed on it, but she didn't know to what level of roughness he was going to take it. So I guess sometimes we're going to something thinking, you know, because we talk about it probably and say, oh, you know, we're going to do it. And when we actually have it done, we either don't like it or love it. So it's yeah, it varies. It varies. But tonight, my special guest with me. But as usual, if you want to be a part of the show, you know the routine. You can send me a voice note on 876-551-5782, or you can call in. The number is 876-676-4996. You know, to be a part of the SOB show, you can send a voice note or call in, and you can talk to my guests. You can talk to me. You can give us some tips. You can tell us about your experience, or just, you know, participate of whatever conversation you hear we're having. You can agree or disagree, or just be a part of it. So that's for the call-ins and the voice notes. All right. So beside me in studio, I have a beautiful young lady. Yes. She's actually my niece, you know, so this is going to be a little hard. But I tell her, don't look at me as Auntie Carlene tonight. Just let's be friends. So Janelle, welcome.
Good night. Sorry.
Welcome to
Good
SOB.
night, everybody.
And welcome to Jamaica.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Good? Okay.
Why are you here in Jamaica this time of the year?
I am here because my son Marlo, he turned 4 today, so I came to spend time with my family as well as celebrate his 4th birthday.
Why
and
is this on?
to see my grandmother as well.
Okay. It's her birthday today, right?
Yes, happy birthday, Grandma. Happy birthday, Marlo.
And welcome to Jamaica, Dennis. Yes, my brother-in-law.
Hi, Daddy. Don't watch this episode.
Well. Yes, because you might be learning some things that you shouldn't be learning about us. Is that why he shouldn't watch?
Yeah, I don't need him knowing my business.
All right, so you can also follow The Bridge. Remember to follow us on The Bridge 99 FM on social media. You can watch back your favorite SOB episodes, yes, on The Bridge 99 on YouTube. And on my page, it's Dancehall Queen Carlene on IG. All right, and also The Bridge 99 on IG. Not to watch back, but just to follow us. Okay? So we're gonna go into some little for those who don't know, tell us about yourself, your personality, your career, your interests.
I'm a podcaster. I have a podcast. I also have several businesses. I make candy hookah tips. So if you would like the candy hookah tips, all the hookah mommies and hookah poppies. I also make body butters. I don't use any lotion. I only make real organic, all natural products. But yeah, I'm fun. I'm crazy. I'm loud.
You're
I'm
rough.
bright. I'm not rough. I'm sensual. I'm a sensual little flower who likes to be rough-handled at times. Yes.
You hear the different guys? She's a sensual flower who likes to be rough-handled at times. So don't mix up licking with down and kicking with down and say it's rough
That cannot
sex.
happen. No, I'm not taking no box And you call that love? No.
What you do in your spare time, if there is any, because with all of those other things, is there any spare time?
I hang out. I mean, I'm a mother, so aside from my mommy life, you know, I work, I hang out with my boyfriend, and we hang out.
All right, we'll go straight in it. What has your experience been with rough sex?
I like choking. I could do the choking. I could do.
When you said do the choking, you choke him or him choke you?
Well, it depends. If I'm on top, I could choke him, or if he's on top of me, he can choke me.
Or from behind,
Yeah,
or
the choke.
sideways,
Yeah,
or
I like a little choke. Don't go too hard where I gotta.
catch your breath.
Let me tell you something. On a man is so rude and disrespectful. Let me tell you, because I had a man put me in a chokehold one time, like a headlock, and I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, hello?
Is that killing?
Yes, but yes, little. I'm light. Come on, you can't bruise me up.
So, all right. So, how you instigate that, navigate that? How you say, you just talk about it or you discuss it?
All right,
You find out from the person what they like and tell them what you like?
I think the first time you have sex with a person is the most awkwardest thing, I think the first time you have sex with a person is the most awkwardest interaction with a person, because you're learning how they like to have sex, you're learning how they don't, your do's, their don'ts, their wants. So, and you're learning the chemistry with their body and yours. But once you guys start to, I don't know, with me, I don't have these kind of conversations because I'm not a prude, because I do freaky stuff and nasty stuff with my significant other, but not with everybody. So it's like, if I feel like you're my bona fide and it's me and you and we enjoying each other, yeah. But you have to make me feel comfortable enough to do things and get out of my character to, you know?
So you don't discuss it? You try not to discuss it?
Nah, but, you know, within the time of the relationship, you know, some days you text your significant other, you want some stuff, and you start send some pictures, and, yeah, you guys have conversation. That's foreplay. Foreplay doesn't mean before sex, right before sex. It's the conversation throughout the day. I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to smell you. I can't wait to lick you. Those things, you know, you stimulate the person's mind. Once you get into their mind, Did
you always know this is who you are, or somebody introduced it to you to make you understand, or know you like it, or was it just who you are?
I think it's just who I am.
Just who you are.
Mm-hmm. I'm a sexual person. I've always, like, my mind always, people could be talking and I just take whatever they say, like, damn, oh, for real? So my mind is always on that kinky, nasty, and there it goes.
And would you say, if you should, let's say you meet a guy, you're really into him, but he's not that kind of person, would that make a difference?
Yes, because it's boring. It's boring.
Even if he's having a regular sex, that you're having your orgasms, which is really what it's about?
Yeah, but it becomes a like, it's repetitive. We're gonna do this position. We're gonna do this. You're gonna do this. You're gonna act like this. Like, no, spice it up.
Yeah, but like, for instance, if you're still young, but if you're in a relationship for 5 years, even if it's rough, isn't that it will get like that over the time?
No, I like to dress up. You want to role play? You want to call me crazy? Yes, I have a personality for everybody. You think I'll change my hair color, put wigs on? Yes, we do that.
But then after being with the person for 5 years, what you gonna find next? Start shooting off for you. Fire 2 shots, and can't skip, hop, and drop.
Nah, I'm not trying to catch no DV case.
So wouldn't you say that everything in life is balance?
It is a balance. I mean, every day you're not doing rough sex. I would hope a lot of people aren't doing rough sex
Oh, so you don't have rough sex
No,
every day?
because some days I want to be held. I want to be coddled. I'm a sensual flower. You hear that? I'm a sensual flower. So it's just like some days I want to be loved on. Some days I don't even want to have sex. Just being in the bed or just cuddling can make me just orgasm. Or even, I don't even have to have sex. I can please my significant other, and that makes me happy enough where I'm just like, okay, I'm good. Or it could be the other way around. So it depends on the day, or it depends on the mood that I'm in.
So every day it's not about rough
Nope.
sex.
Nope.
All right. So guys, you see, that's the first order of the day. It's not every day you get up.
It's not
and
about rough sex all the time.
You're right. So when it's best, like when would it be best? On an occasion, or coming from a party, or drunk, under the influence?
I don't want to blame it on the liquor, but no, I'm gonna blame it on the liquor. But I think for me is if we've been arguing and we're butting heads. That's the breakup to make up sex. That's the good one. That's the rough sex. Like, because they want to claim, where you going? You're not gonna win. All type of stuff. So it's just like, okay, what do you have to prove? You have to prove this? Okay, come, let's go.
And guys, she was not abused. She was
At all. Listen, I don't have daddy issues.
No, nobody no beat her, turn her in. No, because so a lot of women, I think from talking to other persons, always sometimes come down. Let's say you're upset. Again, in the Jamaican culture, especially dancehall, a man will want to fight his significant other and then wants to have sex with her.
That is rape.
That is rape.
It is.
You heard that, guys?
That is rape.
Because at this point, she's upset and she really don't want to do this, and you're doing what you feel like because it might turn him on.
Yeah, or not even that. She's in her mind is just like, let me just give it to him, because if not, I'm sorry.
Yeah, she has a sip on your water. Yeah. As she was saying, yes, it's rape if you want to fight her and then have sex with her. That's not rough. That's you raping her, with doing to her what she doesn't want to be done to her, and that's not right. Rough sex is different from you beating on her and then demanding or bullying her to have sex with you. That's totally different. Janelle is coughing for a second. She'll be back. But as you know, on SOB, we discuss things that people tend to push under the carpet. And just to understand that it's a fun world out there and we can control how far we go with our fun. And having rough sex is part of it. So it's not like we're not telling anybody to go do anything they don't want to do. So let's get that clear, all right? You do what you enjoy or what. And as always, sex is consensual. It should be on both both partners supposed to agree with it. If I don't like rough sex and you bring it to me and I say no, it should be no. So let's make that clear first. If you like something and I don't like it and I say no, so you don't do it, that don't mean you go find. Well, probably you should find somebody else, because I'm probably not the girl for you. Yeah, you want it rough, I don't want it rough, and you probably think, okay, she boring, or there's so much more things to sex than choking each other and sitting down and worrying if being on my back too much. The key is for both of us to enjoy it, right? Don't just think. Yeah, so rough sex should be consensual. That's all I'm saying. I am supposed to agree with whatever you're in with or want to be in with, because it can be extremely extreme. It goes from rough kissing to people cutting each other. Yeah, cutting, blood gushing, and they end up at the hospital. I've seen enough of the extreme. It's called Extreme Medical something or another. It's on one of the channels where people come into the doctor's office with some weird objects inside their bodies, shoes stuck in them head, all kind of craziness because they were having rough sex. Sometimes they're not aware of the the consequences because they're so high or drunk. A lot of times rough sex come in play with the people who are doing it is under the influence. Yeah. So please don't practice no unsafe sex if you both don't agree on it. But on that note, we're gonna take a break from Sex on the Bridge and I'll be right back. Rough day, rough night. Yeah, by Dexter Knapp. Oh God, that sounds so nice. Do you hear what him said? Did you listen to the song? Anyways, welcome back to Sex on the Bridge with me, dancehall queen Carlene, and in studio with me, I have Janelle, and we're talking about rough sex. I also have a very handsome male guest on Zoom with me. He's not in Jamaica. That's why he's not in studio with us. I'm going to welcome my very good friend, Sanjay.
Wagwan.
How are you, my brother?
Yeah, man, you're good.
Yes, I am. Well, I wish you was in studio because, I was just telling the listeners that dancehall have a different meaning to rough sex than what it really is. And what's your take on it?
True. Yeah, but we should studio to actually with that right now with that Friday. Actually, they're Mad Camera Studio in Fort Lauderdale right now when I'm back with them in the room. I live in like a quiet room now. But yeah, I mean, in terms of what's my take on what exactly? Say that again.
Rough sex.
Yeah, I mean, what is my take on it? That's an interesting question. I mean, something I feel like most of us, especially as Jamaican men, get pleasure out of. I mean, that in terms of dancehall, it's something that dancehall has always glorified over the years. Maybe even exaggerated a little bit. Sometimes in dancehall, the man them tend to speak for the females, as what's happened a lot in the past. So, I mean, now it's good when we see now for the female them come up and I speak for themselves and I say what them like and what them want. You know what I mean? So, I mean, but yeah, in terms of what me personally is definitely something where we enjoy, but as with most things, time and place.
But dancehall has a different meaning to rough sex. Rough sex mean in the open regular term is choking, biting, hitting. But rough sex in dancehall mean hard penetration. For him to beat up the coochie and ram it out, as Shabba says, stab it out, dig it out, drag it out. Is this how you understand it too?
I mean, I definitely
we choke and whip in dancehall.
Me choke. I don't know where we. No, them a dancehall catch up, man. Dancer, hear all in my boy the song with him. Box. She said for boxer in her face, cause she not innocent. Yeah, man. Them thing that go on now, man. The dancehall connotation catch up to the other connotations. So right now, coming like I just one rough sex.
Not hearing you.
I said with the insurance. All of that nastiness, right?
Right. You heard her? You heard what she said? Say it again.
I said with the ensure and all of that nastiness.
The ensure. Yeah. The drinking with the ensuring.
Yeah, man. Right now, the rough sex entail all like, man. You know the matter. Yeah, as you said, the slapping, the choking, everything coming up play now. If I want to hear the dancehall artists, they must sing about the new generation artists. They must sing about it them way there. Say all of that in play now.
So what is it that you like? We want to know.
What? So the women you date like rough sex, want to have rough sex with you, or vice versa with them?
Say that again.
Does the woman you experience any woman want you to have rough sex with them?
Let's put it this way. I've never had a woman tell me not to, because it's gonna go there.
So what is your definition of rough sex?
I mean, rough sex to me is just aggressive, like you said, aggressive sex, but it manifests in many different ways. I do like the choking. If a girl is into the slapping, I like the slapping too. It's just aggressive plays, hard penetration. It's all of that. Rough sex to me is just, aggressive sexual activity.
Has a girl ever come to you with too far of a rough sex, like she want to clamp you down and beat you with a whip or anything? of the sort.
Well,
Nipple
you see when
clamp
it comes to
you.
them thing that I am more the sadist. I'm not the masochist. So I don't really like the tie up part. I don't really like that. No, me is more the sadistic type more than the masochistic type.
So for who is the masochist and who is the sadist? Just to explain to who is listening, what are those?
Yeah. So all right, so S&M is like like when people have the whips and the chains and the
Right.
and the tie up and the ray and all that stuff there. So S&M is short for sadomasochism. So yeah, in S&M you have the sadist and you have the masochist. So the sadist is the one who likes to inflict the pain. The masochist is the one who likes to receive the pain. And
Which one are you?
I'm the sadist. I like to inflict. I don't like to receive it.
Okay.
So some people are interchangeable. Some people like to do both. Some people like to be on both ends of the spectrum. I'm a little bit too much in control, like that for be on the other side.
But you have to be connected. You really get one. We're gone too far.
No, I'm not the masochistic type, so I'm not gonna really get tied up on all them something.
So, have you ever gone too far with a girl where she gets scared and said, "No, whoa"? Especially you look like a darling, Sanjay. Who dare you tell me about you're not masochist? you look like a nice, husband lying on your back, papa style.
No, not really.
You represent dancehall well. I will say that.
I mean, have I ever gone too far? I mean, let's just
for
say
the girl, like she was okay with this, but you think she was.
Well, let's just one time. Sometimes you misread certain situations. So like you're in the middle of the play. Some girls like when you slap them. I kind of like that though. So one time we do that, I should box my back.
So what happened then? It stopped the night? Were you frightened?
It was just
Not
like,
at all.
don't do that
Not
again.
At all. Not at all. It was just a vibe. It was just in the middle of it. Like it wasn't a thing. It happened. She react, me react, and then just continue.
Okay.
Yeah, because like you box me and I box you back. You were like, oh, wait, what is fight? War? It wasn't supposed to be this.
No, it never really come across like that. I mean, I was kind of shocked, to be honest with you, still, but it was just in the middle of the heated moment. It happened. She do, and we just continued. Just whatever. It wasn't like a fight or it was
right. It was still on the sexual grounds.
Yeah, it was still
How do you navigate this to a female though that you like this? You wait to watch the conversation, or you don't say anything, or you tell me how.
All right, well, let me tell you, this is something that was relatively new to me at the time, and I never really.
Who introduced you to this? I want to spank her.
I'm tell you right now.
She might like it.
I'll tell you right now. Where did I say a while ago?
I said, who introduced you to this? I want to spank her. Why she broke you out like that?
No, when she said a while ago.
Who?
I said she might like it.
Oh, she might like it. Oh,
yeah.
No. Let me tell you what happened. At the time, it was relatively new for me. It did happen to me with a girl. I didn't like it so much that we just carried it over into other experiences. But let me tell you how it happened.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how it happened. So obviously we're in the moment or whatever, and what the girl do is she take my hand and box herself with my hand. So when she do that now, she show me say she like that. That is what she like. She into that. So me just what we do is we start to feel it out now. We just like because so each time we do it a little bit harder and a little bit harder, just to gauge what she like and what she want. And based on her reaction, me know when we're there. So that was the first experience, and me could have find the gauge there. So when we do it with the other girl, it was like a similar thing. So most times when you do it in the moment, you feel it out. Like if you just do a little small one and then and your sister them not really in the way they react.
Yeah, like what you do that for?
Yeah, I think that would be me.
Yeah, because with some girls it can break the mood, it can break the moment. So you have to just watch them reaction, and if you see a certain reaction, you say, all right, well, allow that one there.
So you don't discuss it at all? You never, talk about it?
Nah, man.
Just
No, I mean,
like,
it's just,
like say, well, I don't like certain things or I like certain things.
sometimes you don't get the opportunity there. I mean, sometimes it just end up happening. Sometimes you not even expect the sex to happen, and it just end up roll out that way. And sometimes you get opportunity to talk about these things before. I mean, if we talk about it, then yeah, fine, we can find out what each other like. But sometimes it just happen. I have to just experiment and learn by trial and error.
So what happen if you have a boring girl with nothing to none of those things, but you really like her? Do you still date her?
No.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, to me, I always tell people still, like, I don't even look at sex when it comes to whether I like a girl or not, because I've been in situations where I meet a girl and the sex is not good at first, and we like each other, we keep doing it until it eventually it gets really good. And I've been in the reverse situation as well too, where I've been with a girl and sex is great from the start, and then as you get to know each other, like the sex declines. I've been in both situations, so I know that sex is a byproduct of your relationship a lot of times. So if me really rate a girl, I will give the sex time, because sex can improve. I've seen it has happened many times with me.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So I don't. If I really like a girl and I like her personality and I like her car and I like what she stay, I'm not gonna really like make necessarily boring sex or whatever stop me from
continue.
You need time. You need time, because sex, like everything else in a relationship, is just communication.
Right.
You can tell she what you like, she can tell you what she like, and sometimes I just shy them shy. Sometimes
At the beginning.
Just shy.
At the beginning. In the beginning of the relationship.
Exactly, and them just need that comfort. Them just need time to get comfortable with you.
Yeah, because Janelle said that in the beginning, sometimes, you start out on this level and you grow into it and build it up.
Yeah.
And also, too, does the girl you're going to probably have a one-night stand with would be the same as a girl in a relationship?
I think the first time you have sex with a person is...
I don't know. As in...
Like, you might think you might do some things to a one-night stand that you won't do to your girlfriend?
No, never.
Okay.
Never.
Because women have boundaries. So a woman, let's use oral sex. A woman will not go down on a man on the first night she knows him. But then when she gets into the relationship and is fair man, she has no bones.
That's true.
I thought the older generation woman, them young girl in the business with that.
Oh, Lord.
That's the reason why the back of their throat got things growing out of it.
So when you said this new generation does go from A to 100, A to Z at the first go.
Yeah.
Carlene, first of all, just look for Instagram. What is one of the most popular poses that women make on Instagram are with them tongue along out of them head.
I know. What does that mean? She's inviting him. Is it because they can't show their vaginas?
I know. I don't even, first of all, I don't even think most of them realize what they're about. But obviously, that is a sexual
suggestion. It's an indication of what's to come.
Yes, I mean, like nowadays, them things are coming like not to the new generation. A simple thing that for them.
Yeah.
But wouldn't it be a bummer for you're following somebody on Instagram and you link them and you see all these posts and everything, just to find out that they're boring? Like,
no, I've seen that happen many times. People's public persona and whatever is not always how they are in private. So that's not disappointing for me. I'm a very good judge of character, so when I talk to somebody, when I see somebody, when I vibe with somebody, I kind of know what to expect. But
like for instance, this here on the Instagram, and I tell you how she can't go past her throat down in her stomach from her mouth, and that don't happen. That wouldn't turn you off? Would that turn you off? Or you wouldn't be sleeping with those kind of girls?
No, I'm not saying I wouldn't. It just depends on the situation. But
Sanjay, you're to say you're not.
I'm not. I mean, anything can happen. Anything. You never know. I mean, to be honest with you, me not normally end up with them type of girl, but I'm not saying I wouldn't. As in, if we meet and we connect and we vibe on a certain level, then yeah, we can hang out. Where it go from there, I don't know. But the type of girl, most of the time, the type of girls are me. But Carlene, first of all, you would be a perfect example of that. Look on you. Be sure it's enough man when them see you in your younger days, they would have swear say, yo, That girl is terrible, she bad, look how she go. And then when they meet you, they must say, but that girl have manners, the girl is nice, she cool, right? It's a totally different public persona.
She's a naturally sexual
Right,
person.
but that's on the behavior on the outside. I'm not a wild girl, so I'm not going to sleep around with every Tom, Dick, and Harry. But when I'm with the person I choose to be with, honey, it's a pussycat that turns into a Black Panther.
Yeah. So that I said, enough for the time, enough for them girls where you see on Instagram, enough for them just have this public persona because them know what get likes, them know what get attention, them know what cause controversy. So them say what them need to say, them do what them need to do. But in private, enough for them not stay that way necessarily. Some of them, yeah, but not all of them.
And they leave nothing to hold back, because as a woman to a man, you still want to have some reserve.
You're right.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think, especially from dancehall and our culture, being Jamaicans, I think that's why a lot of men don't come out and say, oh, we do oral sex, because I don't think a lot of women would want their men to be saying they do oral sex publicly. In America, it's different, but in Jamaica, they bash it as if it's a bad thing.
But let me tell you something. You have a lot of Jamaican men who are willing to try and willing to do a lot of things, and they do a lot of things. I've experienced Jamaican men where I had to look like, really? You do that? You want that? Like, what? So it's just like, okay.
Right, but they don't want to
change.
No, they don't. After who is talking about oral sex does it, they're just lying. They don't want to talk about it publicly. That don't mean they don't do it. It's two different things.
But they sing about it.
Our Jamaican culture they sing it's a no. They want it to be done to them.
Oh, that is true.
Dung in the throat with the milkshake or the orange juice or whatever.
Yeah. First and foremost, guys, ensure costs enough money. Please stop wasting.
Right, so they will do in private. A lot of Jamaican men, artists, entertainer, say one thing out there to stand up for who they're defending, but half of them, comes in private, and it's, as you say, you're surprised.
More than half.
More than half.
98%.
Why do you like rough sex, Andre?
Why? That's a deep question. It's like when people have to analyze why them like anything them like, I'm sure there's so many reasons stemming from so far back. But
all right, give me two.
It might be cultural. For one, I like reactions. I like noise. I like hear them thing that's up. Them thing that that's sexy to me. Like, and
my engineering is going, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what. And then as we said, remember saying we are Jamaicans. We have a strong socialization process when it comes to sex. From we're young, we are hear about it now with music. We are hear this and we are hear that, and it coming like so. It's almost like I don't know if I just.
And it's aggressive. You're right. Our songs when we sing about sex, it's aggressive. Thanks to Dexter, who is now mellowing it down and romantic, and it's always been aggressive.
Dexter called me.
Dexter bring the R&B love making to dance all right now.
Yes, and we need it sometimes. I'm telling you, it's a surprise when you go and this, as you say, you look at me and you assume that, all right, blood seed, I forgot throw she don't know fling her and he's coming at you with a big penis. You think that is, it's like your womb dropping out, and Shabba said, turn the womb, sink it and, Then you reach your Andrews. Because the poor cervix, the poor uterus, the poor everything down there can't handle this.
No, Dexter is a special artist in many ways because, he's definitely. Apart from that side where Ima bring, where you say, which is totally true, and bring a different perspective to sex.
Mark, if you watch him, he's choking the girl and him doing the things, but he's just making it sound more appealing.
It's sensual.
It's not, it's sensual. It's not frightening and look here when Chaba goes so.
Carlene,
yes.
We have somebody else to Twitter.
Can I put them on?
Whoa! One, Carlene.
Hi, Papa. What wanna do? Mash up Papa Miami there.
Flexing at the complex.
Yes.
You
How
see?
are you?
Me there, I go and hold it. I go and hold it. You
What
see?
about rough sex tonight at the bridge? And
Rough sex.
yeah, rough sex. What you think about rough sex?
Well, me personally, I like having rough sex. So but me know if we cool it down or calm it down when
What you consider rough sex?
rough sex. All right, I consider rough sex like well in a them time them people I consider rough sex different.
That's why I asking.
Yeah, cause some people consider like tying up. Me not in the tying up thing and them something. Them. When me say rough sex, me mean some hard backers and some hard foot and shoulder and some hard. Everything
told you.
hard, just go hard.
So would
Just
you
go
do
hard, just rough.
would you
You know,
do
can grab a
handcuffs
little
or
bit
stuff
and
like
I
that?
said no handcuff, no tying up.
You don't do the box something there. What?
Box up, box in a face and something.
No, the box in a face and spit in a mouth and you see what I say? Me whole around our throat little still on me. You see what I say? Yeah, that's something there. But as far as it goes, they tie up something and they.
So you don't like to slap her on her ass?
Yeah, man, of course. Yeah, man, get her backers and slap up her body jaw them and think. Cause you don't know, especially when the body them big, you know. Cause you know them are the BBL now, so when them turn back me and you get that position there, what? You have to slap up the body hard. Slap it up hard, that's how you have to choke
Most
hard.
times it's 'cause they
The
can't
harder
feel
you
it.
choke her, the harder
That's
you
why.
slap the body. You see me? And you can go and hold your hand, go put your hand over and hold her throat a little bit. And you see me? Stroke her up on it. Them rough sex, them not talk
Bite and tie up and fling her and bring her back and blood
Then
and
when
gush
I
from
fling
her
her-
forehead. 3 stitches when you're done.
Hanging off
No,
the
if me
chandelier?
have sex and a girl bite me, she don't like me.
Why not?
But no, she can't bite. No, me not alright.
Nibble,
bite,
nibble,
you know.
a little nibble here and there.
Nibble, not bite
Yeah,
you.
Nah,
yeah,
nah.
you know that little sexy bite there, but that jam eating her flesh and no, me I go end up have a thump in your mouth or thump you or something. No, cause you go bite me, I go that's just my reaction. You understand? So me no,
But she,
like rough.
some persons will bite you so you can thump her though because she likes that.
Yeah, and that is it. You go to thump her and that turn her and she bite you more.
That's true. But is this your type of rough sex, which I had explained earlier, that dancehall rough sex is different from the world rough sex? Is this from your culture experience in Jamaica, from how you were exposed or you were brought up, how you heard
People
sex
gotta
was
tie up
being
something and
described?
whips and chains and
Yeah, cause you don't know me a 80s baby, you know. You see me I say so. Me no know, me no really. I since me a man and become a man, me see certain things and get exposed to certain things and see say yo. And if me was a that's why me I wonder how them kids they grow up now and where them are gonna be. Cause probably if me was a child where did have to make my own decision on certain things or whatever I could have probably would have end up become a freak or like them kind of rough sex there. You understand what I say? But me grew up in at the time where me as a man now me can get to see that and can get to make my own decision and say, yo, me not gonna wear then and me not do that, you know. Some man, them can make them own decision, but them still go do where them please for the you can't beat a man from that. But
Right, because it's what he likes.
yeah, that's what me I say. You can't beat a man for him life. But how me grow up knowing the traditional way. You understand what me I say? Backers slap up body jaw. You understand what me I say? Cause me not really hype, you know, cause my thing big. So you don't know. He's a man. Me like push it hard. You
But
see what
that's
me I
not
say?
gonna hurt her.
You cannot do that. That's painful.
That's gonna
It's
hurt her better than
painful.
boxer.
It's painful.
Man, it's painful, man. No, man, I have to push it up, man. Make one scream out, man.
No,
and
that's
ball
not.
out and
We're
run.
screaming out of pain, not pleasure.
But sometimes it is out of pain, Flex. It is. Because it touch
No,
with
man.
cervix. You know, sometimes rough her up and she bleed.
How many kids you got?
You are going now. You hardly find a girl that can manage rough sex now and them and that certain things. Hardly find.
Oh.
Yeah. So that
I guess I'm
not
old.
gonna be a problem. And most females nowadays, that's what them like it. Them like it big and rough and
Most females don't.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
it
new
depends on the
generation
female.
ones.
Probably the young girl.
The new generation ones, the millennium ones.
them new generation are better than one by far.
Carlene, you can't manage them a new generation. In a year time, you never did that to them. Yeah, but them bomb, you know. Them bad plus taxes.
Come back for the receipt.
They come back for the receipt. You hear her? It's true. It's true. As Sanjay said it earlier, some of the things that they're doing is just.
Yes.
But it's normal to the generation.
No, that's it.
So talk about me and 80s baby too, you know. So that was how we were socialized. That was our socialization.
Yeah, because Shabba telling about hard and stiff and room turner, Rocky Lamb.
The youth them nowadays, what them a do normal to them.
Down in our throat.
Yeah. For real. And most of the females, you see nowadays, them don't even want sex. Them want the oral sex, them at talk about.
Yeah, to go down on the man, that's true.
Some of them, the most famous line is to tell you, say, them don't come by penetration. You understand what I mean?
A lot of women don't.
So what
a lot
they
of
come
women
by?
don't.
No, how they come by?
Clitoral stimulation.
No, I want to hear him.
He don't know.
Yeah,
No,
them
that's what I'm
come by
telling.
clitoral stimulation, are by
For you to come in them throat.
huh?
For you to come in their throat.
No, for them to be pleased. Women.
I know. No,
They're saying they cannot come by penetration.
Right, I got that, but I'm telling you, some of them is telling you like their clit is in their throat.
Yeah, no for them fit there in them throat. It's only about some of them vibrator or them a tell you plain and straight.
Them rose.
The rose.
Them a tell you plain and straight say you have to eat it. That them a tell you. You understand? That is.
So when them
this
tell you
generation.
that, what you say, cause you can't get rough on that. So
No. With
There's a foreign
our female, remember, me live abroad, you can't beat them down with that. You have to just make them know where you depend. You understand? And because of that, all of youth like me, I don't really get the girl them when me like most of the time.
I was just about to say that because if you was looking me and you're gonna tell me you don't do certain things,
oral sex.
Most of the time, I don't really get the girls them I like.
Don't ask me for it.
And it's not like I
So
don't
do
know
you
the-
like it? Do you want to get it? Do you like it done to you?
No, I don't ask for it. That is it. So I'm
Okay.
not really beat down. Me, if I'm not stopping a female from doing it, but me personally,
Not ask or feet. That's nice.
Okay,
I like that.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that
You
because
understand?
yeah, some of them are ask feet, but them not give it.
Me not ask feet.
Okay.
You don't know me, so you'll be used to them someday. You understand? That is if you want it. When me I like vagina. That's what I like.
Okay.
I
Like stab it out and dig it out.
Yeah, I like to make love. You understand me? I say
Yes,
more times,
yes.
me not really like, no say, oh, yeah. Because some of them female, them want do that and then them want have them face close to you and have the face come out after that and them something there. So, me not really do. You understand? Me have to be careful. You see me? So, me not really have a problem with sometimes me not get to talk to that girl, yeah, she get to say, yo, me not want to talk to him because he not do them something there and show me why the man and I have to talk to them, have to do that. Me not deaf on that. You understand? Me used to the hardcore make love and hardcore sex where you don't know foot fling so, one with a bag of something. You understand?
And when she done, she can't walk.
Mm-hmm.
She when you're done with her, she can't walk. She want steam and all of these things.
And beer aching.
Yeah, and then she go feel good. She go tell her friend about it, and them something there. You understand? And it go hard for it. The next man will come if him now go so hard. You go always get it. All when him dead, the animal spend the bag of money and thing and ray. You know how to deal with that. So she go always miss it. That way, then no matter what. You understand? So we know it. We don't know how. We don't know about it. Going at oral something and ray.
All right.
All
Right, don't go nothing in the oral. We're gonna take a break, and we'll be right back on SOB. We'll be right back. Welcome back to SOB, guys. And to participate, to be in the show, even by just a voice note, 876-551-5782, or you can call in 876-676-4996. We're gonna actually, and I'm in studio with Janelle, and we have Sanjay and Flex on Zoom. So we're gonna throw to some voice note, guys. I want you to listen, and then we can talk about them.
Good On the bridge tonight. Oh, rough sex. Oh my God. I need a whip, I need an ice pick, and I need a taser. Now the whip, oh Jesus, spank my monkey. Oh, the ice pick, stab me harder. Now the taser, bzz, extra power. I like it rough. I like to be spanked. I like to be beaten. I like to be whipped. Oh Jesus. Do you think they have Viagra for your tongue?
What?
He says, "Do you think they have Viagra for your tongue?"
Is that man or a woman?
It's a man.
The better the body, all in tongue
Stab,
dead.
whip, taser.
I speak.
I speak. He said for her to stab him up, to tease him and shock him and.
No.
Carlene, it coming like the one of the same people have gone in them bed yard.
I'm not Jamaican, man.
Actually, he's calling from Canada,
Oh.
Jamaican.
Okay.
but he's a Jamaican.
He's a Jamaican, but if he live a Jamaica with a problem.
Why? Because there's people. Why?
I speak. I speak.
Stab him up.
There's no, I'm not into that. I'm a sensual flower. I don't.
Sensual flow.
Yeah.
Like that.
Okay.
Any other? Hold on, we're gonna listen to someone.
Well, for me, I really didn't enjoy it the way how she wanted, because she liked me to fight her, like box her up and slap her up and then just grab her and then just sex, and she don't want, even when she said it's hot, it hurt, she mean that we should keep going harder and harder. And to me never really like that, because to me it's like abuse, but she liked to be abused. And then the next morning we wake up and she would say, like, last night was great, I have a wonderful time. But for me, meat kind of thing, she kind of crazy. So I remember at one point we went out and I came back in and she wanted to fight. So I said, why you want to fight? You have a good time last night. And she said, come slap me up and box me in my face. And I said, babes, why am I should I do that? And she just have a knife and she start poke the knife like she want to stab me up. And I said, what is for? And she said, if you don't fight me, I'll stab you up tonight. And we start box her, I give her 2 hard box and tear off her clothes and sex. And the next morning she wake up and she said, babes, I enjoy last night. Last night was great.
Hey.
No.
If it's a sensual flower like you,
Listen, I'm a sensual flower, but I like it rough at times with the right person.
You have some females still that she turn them on. That's that. Yeah, that. Yeah.
A knife?
No, she brought the knife in to scare him, to beat her up. She didn't want to cut him. Yeah, so he had to box her and defend himself.
But
And
in
then,
a fatal attraction, no. That's too.
I guess because he wasn't in that. If she had a partner that's okay, like a Sanjay, who would have take 2 box and box, she wouldn't have to ask with him to give it to her.
Yeah.
It wouldn't go so far.
No, but who knows? Cause if she got as far as pick up the knife and all them stuff,
Right,
it's not like
him said she got for the knife because he didn't want to hit her.
Yeah.
So she just want him to fight her.
So she was drawing him out.
Yeah, she provoking him. Yeah, she provoking him. She said if him don't hit her, she's gonna stab him up. But she never stabbed him.
Yeah. So this I know him just go and say, hard box.
You know what I'm saying? Give her 2 hard box, and the next morning she said, "Boy, the best night last night."
Yeah, man, last night.
You're happy.
She happy.
Female them stay so with
She would have forgot.
But Sanjay and Lex, if you remember back, Flex, if you remember back in the 80s, the late 80s, early 90s, although you guys were kids, you used to hear that women, if the man not beat them don't love them.
Yeah.
I know that. True. Crazy.
Even though someone
Yes, in dancehall, especially in inner city, we say it ghetto, in our ghettos, if the man don't beat her, don't love her.
Thank God I'm from foreign.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
No, for the time, let me tell you, with that something there, how you grow to, you see, enough for the time people get to associate violence with love,
Right.
maybe to all them
Being
get
rough.
certain abuse
And
when they're young.
yes.
So
And
it come from manifesting in them sexual relationships when they get older as well too.
Honestly, we can tell you this. I don't feel like that has nothing to do with it. You have them bands from. And most of the stuff they come from uptown.
no,
Can
a lot of kids has been brought up to relate to. Remember, your
to that.
parents beat you bad and then tell you you love them. Really? What you think you're grooming?
But not
I
only
really
that.
think, man, it affects something.
If you, as a father, beat your daughter and then when you're done, you're telling
But not
her
only that, not
it's
only that,
because
let
you
me
love
give you a
her. That's
Alright,
how
let me
she's
give you a
gonna
different
relate
example.
love.
Well, Anna, let me give you a different example. Look, one even a thing as simple as this. Not for the girl them when they grow with no former father figure in their life. Watch and see when them grow older, then they take up some bigger man for them.
Yes, because they're looking at father.
Daddy
They
issues.
They
are
want to look at father figure.
figures.
So
Yeah, because they
it's
never
a
had it.
similar thing, you know. It's a similar thing, you know. So you see when you grow with a father with abusive to you as a little
That's
girl,
how you look for a
we
man.
beat the hell out of you. You that you look for in a man. You look for somebody
Yes.
who will beat you.
Yes.
Nah, man.
You
I
do
don't
have
think
people who have their own identity and their own likes.
You have some girl that can't try that with them to put your hand on them and even that some girl
No, that's true too.
some of them if you try to that you remind them of them father.
The traumatized, yeah.
You want them
Right, but okay, you have the two extreme, you know. You have the one
Yeah.
because she's been through it, she's not accepting it, and you have
You
the
know
other
what I
one,
think?
Who has
Who-
been through it
and
they,
she don't know, you know, she don't know that it's a sprung
You know
off
what
of
I
what
think?
she's lived.
Can remember saying remember if you are
You
grow
nah
if
lick
you
me,
are
come
grow-
here, lick your back.
if you growing up,
Not even in a
and
rough
you
sex.
discuss how long it gonna take you, how long it gonna take you to break away from it, right? So we are trying to tell me say you are gonna grow up used to your father beating you, and because you're used to that, you are gonna get a man to beat you
Yes,
too.
yes, it
No.
happens. I'm telling you. Yes,
All right,
it happens. It
You can tell
happens.
that. All right, that's why
She's not aware, you know. She's not aware that's what's happening, you know.
Conscious thing enough for them, you know.
Yeah, it's not conscious, you know. She's not
It's not-
aware. She's not
You see
even
what churches-
recognizing. Look here, you will sit down and she want to fight you. She's the one who the aggressor
is aggressive.
because
No,
this
but-
is how
yeah,
she
but
is.
I think that have to do not with our sexuality.
Sometimes it has to do with it. Not
It
always.
manifests in that way sometimes, man.
Yeah, man, not always, but it does.
Sometimes it can manifest that way. They can hear one out. You see, enough of them things that is from an early age when they get to associate certain violence with sex. You know, remember, say, I'm not in every context them like that. You know, I'm not
Right, it's not. Yeah, no, it's not everyone. Yeah,
sexually.
yeah.
It's just sometimes that sexual that trigger them. You see, because from them young, they will associate sex with violence. And that's
It's
sex,
an
and
aggression,
love
so
with violence.
Aggressive,
It's
being
nothing
rough,
manifest.
being yeah.
Sexually, yeah.
All right, let's
Yeah.
listen to this voice note.
People have rough sex enough reasons, you know. The big reason is actually pleasure. People have rough sex because they find it enjoyable. And when me I talk about rough sex, so me I talk about what we refer to as playful force. As in, me and you agree, and we know so we're gonna have rough sex, and it's consent, and you're not try punish me or none of them type of stuff. They're not try beat up me for punish me for not what me do. Yeah, but research has shown that people tend to are more likely to orgasm from rough sex, and they're likely to have more intense orgasms from rough sex, so it is more enjoyable. Couples will also try out rough sex when they've been having sex for a while, and you know, the routine and everything kind of feel the same and you want to mix it up. They will use rough sex as a way to mix it up there. Women will be drawn to rough sex sometimes because it kind of feels taboo, you know, it go outside of what things that people expect it to be into as a woman. So, you know, it's like it kind of like it risque and them type of something there. But also I'm a feel said someday we need for like get in I feel some research need for do. We know so rough sex is I'm gonna say kind of like the standard in a dance hall. Me feels a dance hall have a little BDSM, a little 50 Shades of Grey thing I go on there. So what we not really talk about properly, why it is that there is so much force and so many. There's a way that in a dance hall we play around with power a lot, even inside of sex, right? and rough sex comes out there. There's also another thing, and this one it's actually a little bit weird, but if a man suspects that his partner is cheating, there is something that happens on an evolutionary level where he wants to ensure that his sperm is the sperm that if there's any competition, his sperm is the one that's going to win the competition. And so when he's having sex with that thought in his mind, he might be thrusting harder, trying to make sure that, any other sperm that the female sperm might go win it out. Oh, also, some people have that something on them say when them a fight, and then you start to have sex when you fight, and yes, it'll go, it's spicy and ray. It's actually a psychological thing where the excitement when in your body from the fight and them something it transfer over going on the sexual realm, and that can result in a rough sex too. People have rough sex,
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Carla Moore. Thank you. You guys, you heard that?
Why she said everything. Yeah. It's an interesting theory too, especially with the evolutionary part of Shatta, but it makes sense.
And as she said, it's as we can point out, rough sex pain varies. So if somebody should attack you on the road and just beat you up, that's 100% horrible pain. If you're mentally prepared to go into having sex, meaning this is what you like, and the man beat you up, it's a total different pain. As what
You know
you
what kind
explained.
of sex nice too? When you have your girl and you don't know your girl and you're not there for a while and thing and you know goodly, little thing go on and you go to break up for like 1 month and thing. So you go back there, so bro, I want to man, you have to mash up that man, deal with that wicked. Like you never got there before.
Why you have to mash it up though?
Because they have to prove a point.
Oh.
They have a point to prove.
Yeah, them sex.
Throw nice, another voice note, please. He said break up to make up sex.
What she just do, I like rough sex. I like to pull a girl's hair, smack on her ass, choke her. When you're hitting her from the back and you pulling her hair. Yeah, I like that. She's screaming your name, calling you daddy. Yeah. So to that extent, yeah, those are the things that I like to do. I like to smack on her ass. I like to choke her. We ain't choking her to kill her, but just a little choke or whatever like that, and pull her hair a little bit. And I like that.
He sounds like he likes that. He says, I like that. He's reminiscing on it. I like that.
Sound like him just did I do it.
Yeah. Grab any more? Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah, that's our Queen Carlene. Yeah, that's our Queen Carlene. Big up yourself, the original. Yeah, Bridge Nation. You don't know. The panel. Yeah, man, we are talking about rough sex, And me personally, me no mind it. You see what I say? Not to prove no point, but when we can rough up the thing, it nice of them way there. Yeah, man, when a girl all dash it back and she don't even run from it certain way, she just catch her ass and you catch her this and you beat it out certain way, and she just make nice, but she don't even move. I mean, yeah, man, when you say more time, you don't beat it certain way and you would it all bruise off, You go wash that, you have to pat dry that to the car, you have to wipe that to the bottom. Yeah, so man. Yeah, man, the thing forget to rough more time all on the back seat of the car certain way, True, they even too comfortable. You see me and say she catch all certain way and she all dash it back without warning and you have to just beat it up. I mean, enjoy them thing there. Yeah, say. I mean, rough sex for go on more time. I mean, rough up the thing.
Oh God.
You see what he said?
That is a call from Jamaica now.
What you say is a yardy that.
My boy talk himself in spirit a while ago.
where you all can relate to where it all bruise up. Funa own bruise up.
Yeah, man, we are someone. The
man say you can't even dry it, you have to pat dry it.
Yeah, man, bruise up and can't use up, man. I will eat all 1 week, man.
1 week?
Because you know
Yeah.
when you go back, it tender that. So you can imagine what she's going through.
What then I say it for go, man? Remember saying no. Remember saying no. At the end of the day, no. No matter how we go hard, you know. No matter how we go hard, you know. Phone pain just last until we done, you know.
No.
That's what you think.
No.
That's what you think.
Remember me tell you know. You stay saying no.
How are you going to tell us? And we are the recipients
No,
of the
no,
pain.
no. What we will probably do is bear the pain to please you, because especially if you're her man or my man.
No, enough times we bear the pain because it feels good.
Listen to me now. Woman thing make out a foot butter material.
It can't rub down, but that not stop. Okay, like you say you have a big thing. Listen, there is a little thing called her cervix, and so when you go as far as to beat right there, I'll urinate. She can't do. It's like everything is gonna come out. Especially when you have a huge penis. Trust me, you can't sit down, you can't lie down, you don't want to pee. And then feels like your belly bottom is coming out.
But not even that. You have to also understand the shapes and different sizes of the manhood, and the uterus.
Sometimes it tilt.
Yeah.
And you have this big thing going. You're not touching it because it's secure, right? But because it's right there.
Your goal is to
and you're pounding on that. Let me tell you, sometimes we just put up with it because, you know, we're in love with you or we like you, and for her it might be different from me. And there's days when she telling you don't touch her, she peeing up. It's like when you're going in there, oh my God, it's like you're having I can't even explain what you're having, but it's like.
So we have a wonderful time.
What a time was that?
We have more voice note.
Night. Daniela. So, rough sex is an important part of things. You know, it shouldn't be the primary focus, honestly, because I don't think sex should be painful and, you know, aggressive at all times. But you will have moments when that's the vibe, right? You'll also have women that they love that bit of aggression. Some of it is coming from trauma. Some people just like what them like. But I realized that a lot of people who predominantly want rough sex, it's probably the only thing they know, right? So they've never been exposed to anything, you know, gentle and just pleasure-filled. They're just used to the ram, hurt up belly and all of them, something that them hear about in our song, right? So sometimes it takes a bit of unlearning and relearning, for lack of a better word or term, you know, just for people to understand. And once they get over that hill, they realize that, hey, you know, sex should be sensual and, you know, soothing and pleasing and all of that, with the occasional rough up. You understand? But trust me, the rough up can go far. You have people who like to be slapped in the face, all of that. Trust me, it's a whole thing. And it is very much a legit form of pleasure, you know, because outside of the bedroom, they won't have that at all. You know, the name calling and the rough up and, you know, all of that, the choking, all of that. But it has its place. It has its place. But I just want people to remember that it shouldn't be the primary focus every single time you have sex. It's a rough up and can't walk and belly bottom cramp and all of that jazz. It should not be from roughness. It should be more of a knees weak out kind of, you know, orgasmic vibe.
And again, that's his opinion, you know, his belief, as Janelle says, you have people who likes this sometimes, some likes it all the time. Flexen and Sanjay said it too. You're not gonna in the one mood all the time. You know, sometimes you're not even in the mood for sex. You just do it because, you know, it has to do with part of being in a relationship. Or every time you have sex, you want to have sex, Sanjay?
Every time I have sex, more I have sex. No, not necessarily. Sometimes you're not in the mood.
Exactly.
And sometimes, you know, I mean, she come to some things and
sex is a thing where, honestly, you're not in the mood to have sex. You just, because sometimes you're not in the mood. Just naturally, you're not in the mood and you see a girl where you're there even more. And you get in the mood same way because you don't want to have sex with her.
Did you say you
No, that's not how it works.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You see a girl, so that girl like, okay, do you know me that do that girl right now, right? Yes, sir. The mood you are getting a right away.
Oh, but you're not actually doing it. Oh, okay.
No, yeah, you understand what I say? Yes, I don't think, for me, honestly, it's not a mood thing for me. 'Cause if it's a mood thing for me, would I don't know, would I do that like every other, what, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, would happen.
That would
Like
you
right
would be
on the
considered an
clock.
info.
Yeah, basically would I be on it. So you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see me?
It's a similar thing. It's like for me, yeah, it's not necessarily a mood thing, but one thing I can tell you, when I'm tired, don't look for me. When me want sleep, when I like all right, you see when certain time reach, me not there for something there. You have to catch me when you have to catch me before me get to the point of no return when it comes to sleep thing. Me not get in my bed and a girl call me and say, me not get up. Me not go.
No, but let's say you're sleeping and she's there. She's shot y'all 2 bucks.
The box rule. Out of my
That
sleep.
one. Whole different type of box.
Remember me tell her already.
Oh, it's you like, okay, yeah.
I mean do the boxing.
Okay, so let's say you're sleeping and she goes down on you, and would that wake you up?
It has happened before, you know, but me tell girl all the while when I sleep down with.
Yeah, because you work hard and you do the nightlife. So I guess
Why
they
no
would.
matter how hard me work, you know, she can't wake me up at the time.
I was just about to say that. Who turns that down? Like that is the pleasure of. In my dead of sleep, that has happened, and it's just like, okay.
Nah, I'm very
Time to
similar.
go.
If I'm sleeping, leave me alone.
Me not sleep much.
If you are asleep, if you leave you alone,
Yeah.
I want to tell you that you say, you gotta feel it in your sleep. Tell you that.
No, if I'm sleeping, just remember, just like Sanjay, we don't sleep much at night. So if you see me asleep, you're going to be so happy to see me sleeping.
When me tired too, remember we do the same kind of work.
Right, so if you sleeping, I'm not going to wake you up because I know you're sleeping.
No, so who tell us to wake me up? Who tell us I never want to get wake up? Because I might sleep.
No, hey, but different is still in it. Even though I know only for people the nightlife. But when them asleep, they will sleep for 7, 8 hours. Me no can't tell you the last time me sleep for 7 or 8 hours. Me no sleep much. So you see when me asleep, don't wake me up.
Hey,
I don't care if I even sleep 24 hours. Do not wake me up when I'm sleeping.
All right, me I do the same work. I'm going to come in. I'm me tired. I'm going to come see her sleep. Yeah, me I wake you up, but me not have to wake you up, but me I find some way to get it there. You have to wake up and give me some. And then me go sleep. If me asleep with me, yeah, that put me
Nah,
to sleep better.
I gotta be
agree with
mad. You wake me up. You get it and we're gonna fight. And this is not a rough fight. This is gonna be. Don't wake me up. No, it's different if you're gone out, If you're gone out and I know you're coming back home, so I fall asleep with the intention to get up, it's a different thing.
Nah, you could
But
come
man,
home.
you're gone on your bed, I'm gonna go sleep. Wake me up. Because 10 chances to 1 we'd have done it before we went to sleep.
Why more vex to them, man? More vex to them, man. For
Yeah.
days, more vex.
I'm gonna vex back because you're not for wake me up.
Carlene, may
Wake up and take shake up.
No, he can par with Janelle.
No,
She don't mind wake up.
Not with the roughness. I don't need no stabbing help. I'm good.
We have a next voice note. All right, we have a next voice note.
Yeah.
Good night. Right now, to my understanding, it's enough of them big man there. And I get no workings again, they have to do eating. If I say that, I say, well, Viagra for him tongue.
Oh, he's talking about the
I
caller.
like it program, man. Yeah, man.
Thank you. And you see, okay, so can you be rough with eating?
Yes.
You can be rough with eating?
Yes. You have some people who don't know how to do it. And you have some.
No, not that they don't know. So, like oral sex can be rough. Do you like a girl going down on you rough?
Last girl tried that, man, to tell her to stop, she know what she do. I come like show and bite it up.
So you don't like rough? Going down on you rough is a no-no.
No, you can do it, all right.
No,
all right.
hard is
You can
different
do it
from rough.
All right, you can do it rough but gentle. She don't know what she had none of that. That's all I teach her youth.
Can they go down on you rough?
Yes.
You
Just-
like that?
No, because after a certain time, it's just like, yo, bro.
You're tender. You're
very
numb.
tender, and it's just like, what are you trying to pull? I can't even say the
Yeah,
word.
your
but
clit.
yeah, you want to pull my clit, like detach it from me? Like, come on, no. So
you see, rough sex, rough penetrational sex is okay, but rough oral sex isn't.
no, because it's extra sensitive. Just like they said, like you can feel somebody's teeth when they're going down on you and stuff like that. So it's just like, nah, I'll be good.
So you see, rough as a because
It's a double standard to the rough.
so Sanjay, would you let her box up your penis? Oh no, him like to do it. I keep mixing it up. Sorry. So would you box up her vagina? You slap your butt, but do you slap her vagina?
Yeah, you use a tool and do that. You
Your
use a tool and
penis.
beat it. Yeah.
Okay.
Beat it, slap it up.
Yeah, that way there.
Slap, slap,
Yeah.
slap.
That way there, yeah. But
Okay.
You understand?
me not gonna use necessarily. Me not gonna necessarily box her unless that's something what she like or she said for it or she want me to do. But I wouldn't even think of that to tell you the truth.
You gave him a new idea.
Well, you can try it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
but
gonna
never
read.
say-
We're
yeah,
gonna.
man, the next thing. Yeah, man, the next thing to when we hear the foreigner them attack one at a time, them fisting, you know.
I know.
Yeah. No.
How the hell you want to go into something that your fist is gonna? How you gonna help her after that?
Me,
As a man say after him hand or him foot.
That no make no sense.
Why would you? Why?
That's what the girl wants.
And if
That's
my girl
rough to
want-
one different level.
Me can't help her. Me have to send her to flex. I'm not gonna do this after that.
Sanjay said after the fist, him have got send her to flex. Yeah, mother. We're gonna hear some other voice note. She's gonna read some voice note.
All right, good night, everyone. This was a voice note that was texting. It says, yes to rough sex. Many women like to be submissive. I've had experiences where they like to be choked, manhandled, like you fling them down upon the bed or fling them in the couch when you're hitting from behind and you pull them by the hair or grip them in the neck, or when you cup the back of the neck and force their face down into a pillow while the is up. It's exciting, different vibes. Not all the time you want the slow love making, and sometimes you're just having sex for the sake of having sex. You get to tap into that animalistic side, and whole heap of woman like that.
True.
That sounds
Ask the girl
nice.
if your number.
That sounds
Sanjay
nice.
says send that girl's number.
That was
That's
Alright,
true. That's
Alright,
true.
you
All
see,
of those are rough but controllable.
Yeah, you see, I have sex with a girl, and you see, you know, you go slow and make love, and you rub, you caress the breast, and kiss up the nipple, them, and you don't know, I have sex, and she moan and things. So you start busting out, she say, yes, yes. So you understand me, I say? Because here, rough sex no mean say, yo, you just go just start bust and start grab off clothes, or even though enough female like that. You understand? Because enough of them, as I said before, them start fight, you tear off them clothes and really make them get wet. You understand what I say? So it give them an adrenaline. You see what I say? While some of them, it's a build up, you start.
Especially
slow.
when she's coming, That's
why
when a
most
lot of women would
enjoy
ask you to go harder.
You can't just jump on her and just look at my woman and enjoy that.
No.
You understand? Because as rough as you be as a man, you have more work to do. You understand? So you start off slow, you don't know. You understand? Makes you feel comfortable. You understand? Use the head alone. Take time, you see me? Go around, circle, walls.
Go inch by inch.
Each stroke, you go back out.
Inch by inch.
Force it up till you understand. You know, say, all right, you have to start get everything now, You see me, you start beat it now, and then you have to see, say, a them thing they have to know for you. So, you just grab her ear. Make sure say you're not weak, if a weak it can come off in your hand. You just fold it up a little more in your hand and grab her in her neck. her shoulder.
Or in her waistline, in the twos, grip right her in the waistline.
No, it's where you grab her in her waistline now. That's when you're ready to put on the thing wicked now. And you know, say you're comfortable up now, and you stay, say you just grab her, you just say, you cannot, you just don't move. You just have her, just move she. Just have she, just go so. You understand how you just hear one place or when you're ready to say, you know the thing. You see me them way then now.
And I tell you, a lot of times when you hear she said go hard or rough, get rough with her, she's climaxing, she's coming.
Yeah. So you can't pop down, but enough time. That it happened to me as a man. Enough time. That's why you have to know where you do. Because when she ready, you say go harder. Don't mash up, you know. I have to mash up the thing, you know. And that happened to me already, you know. Cause me just go, you say, so when me go so now and she start reach and she go say, yes. And me, if you say me I come, cause me really I come. Well, at them time, you know. You see me?
Right, you're not to come yet. You should have waited.
See, you would never get a call back.
More time when you coming on. It's just one more second more left for she coming on.
I know, you just reach too quick.
Yeah, one single, you understand what I say? So you have to just know that. So not for the man, they must say rough sex and this and that, you have to go out and just jump on her and wind up and push in and go on like say I mash up the girl or something. You understand what I say?
True.
It have to mash up, and when it mash up, she proud of the mash up. You understand what
She complete, because don't care what you went on with, if that girl did not come, it was wasting her night.
Very much so, and mileage and stretch out.
Mash her up for nothing.
Mash her up for no. She hate you. She hate you. Not,
you would never get a call back. I would not answer your call. You might go on the block list. I'm sorry.
Well,
you see, if it's your personal man, you know what he's capable of doing. So you'll give him another try.
Someone will take too long to come to.
That is true.
As the next point
No, some women do take longer, but
okay. Sometimes it's not longer she takes in a Sanjay. It's just that's not the way she comes.
Yeah.
Listen to me now. Let me tell you what cause of that now. We are mash up that now. Woman vagina not really stay so, you know. Woman, basically, from you start make love to a female and start kiss up her breasts, them and thing and roll, you know, say she go get wet. That not mean say she come. You understand?
No,
it's lubrication.
Lubrication, it's a natural process.
Yeah, that is an easier way for she come. By time she start getting penetration and you know where you do, she go come quick. But here we mash up the thing now. You see them money for vibrator where them put on them thing? And I get it sensitized, and I get it numb up. Now I get it sensitized, I get it numb up, and them something, and them I keep it on it, and them something there, rare, and them something where them takes so long to come.
No,
you naturally listen.
You have women who don't come by penetration. No.
I can say from my personal experience.
Not a lot of women use.
My first orgasm wasn't with no vibrator or anything.
But what was it? All right, your first orgasm?
Yes, meaning that, you know, say
I was using vibrator long.
No, but what I'm saying is it wasn't because of that. I've used a vibrator and it doesn't do anything for me. So it's just like
Not just you. Well, me like you. Them girls send a vibrator and go in your jaw them and them.
I don't have a sex toy. I don't need a sex toy.
I don't need that.
So when them use it, you can't hear one now. Them and the vibrator have speed, you know. 1, 2,
exactly.
3,
you can't go to that level.
Some of them go up to 7.
I believe that. I believe that. I have that. I believe that. It's going a million miles per hour and you can't go keep up with that.
And
so she gets addicted to it.
But that's even with people who use porn to masturbate or to climax and stuff like that. Those people they have to envision
all kind of things.
Certain things. So it's just like, yeah, if you're gonna masturbate,
the mind becomes addicted to it. Mm-hmm. You have some men and some women can't, if they're not drunk or under the influence, they can't do certain things.
And they have some female, no matter how you have sex with them cannot come unless they have the vibrator upon them clit and the
because they're used to that stimulation.
the penis in them vagina.
Right, because she can't come without, she only can come from a clitoral stimulation. So that's where, because you don't do oral sex on her, you wouldn't know this. So a lot of girls do not come from penetrational sex. Yes, what causes them to come is only in their clitoris
or back door.
Right. So you have different. We had a sex expert on the show a couple weeks ago to talk about orgasm, and they gave the breakdown. It's actually 5 different main ways for women to come. So you put in a penis, big, little, medium, small, it doesn't matter, this house or this little, she will not have an orgasm because that's not her way to come. So that's and a lot of women too don't know. And sometimes they do know, but they're afraid to. Flex when not do oral sex. She's not going to tell you because she know that's not. So sometimes what you have to do, Flex, is get some lubricants and play with her clitoris until she gets there.
Or get the vibrator.
Or get the little, not the vibrator. Get one of the rolls or the bullet or something.
A female tell me that before. She tell me, say, listen, in a sense, but talk to you about how me for come because the how me come.
Not the way, yeah. You could have sex with her for 6 days straight and rest on the 7th and go back. She cannot have an orgasm because that's not her or vagina is designed.
But me can tell her, say, make she come though.
Of course.
There's certain, hold on. There's certain ways that you can come. That big orgasm that comes from fellatio is a difference. A clitoral orgasm is a total different orgasm as opposed to a penetration orgasm.
Yeah.
So
the way as what the specialists say, you won't get the skirting through. I don't believe in it, but hey, I'm just saying what I said. Most times the skirting comes from the the clitoris.
But you do have instances where you're getting penetration and you do squirt. So
hold on, let me ask you this. Let's talk about squirting. Is squirting real?
Not to me, to her, to other women, not to me. I've never experienced it, so I still.
I strongly believe that squirting is pee. Cause me no see no squirting will come like discharge. Every squirting come like
it's like water, right?
It come like water, just like a flood of water, just a pump, so just a flood.
And some men say days after them bed rank.
That is the only thing in our sex when we really not understand. And them something them.
So you've had a girl skirt before? Huh? You've been with a girl that skirt before?
Yeah.
And did your bed smell rank after?
Listen, that's why I say I piss.
Thank you.
That's why I say I piss. That shit is piss. I'm gonna tell you, say is when you look on the face like it's squawk.
Well, I had dancehall queen Nikisha on, and she says it's not pee.
It's not pee. It's not pee. Listen, I've squirted before, and I didn't know I squirt. And then when I looked up, I said, "Who pissed up the bed? Not me." But then I've had other times.
No. I was just saying because I had Nikisha on, and she was saying it wasn't.
Pee. I don't. Well, it's a scientific. I can't bring it up right now. It must be a mystery.
Yes, wasn't pee. They're saying it's not pee. We had a specialist who says no, the vagina is designed to do this thing, and it comes from another little spot there.
And it's an amazing feeling for a woman. So,
well, I mean, me having an orgasm is an amazing feeling. Me can't skirt, me name not pretend, but Queen Nikisha says I will, and any day I do. Me ask her which age. She's so young on a skirt. Why me for wait till me so old? No, I never skirt when me young.
Because it's certain ways.
I think some female is squirters. Some of them is squirters. Instead of come, them squirt. You understand? When them a come. Cause me it feel like so when them a come, them can't control them that
I am with you because it has happened to me but because I know I was in the shower, you wait till them come out and then I peed.
Yeah,
It was
exactly. And I've been with female who, when it reached that point, they're like,
may I have to
let me
stop you, begging you to
yeah, let me
stop
have to
because I
stop
feel
and
like
say,
I'm gonna
stop, stop, I
pee.
want to
Yeah.
go pee, I want to
But
go pee.
but that is the
I think.
the sensation of a lot of people don't understand. That is the sensation of you're about to come or you're about to
No, about to
squirt.
pee.
Here to pee.
Hold on, listen. Your bladder can be empty. You can
No,
use
my bladder full, so I know true. I should have did urinate before I went and did what I was doing.
Well, then,
and then sometimes when you get the very large penises, when you're done, you could have want pee from now till tomorrow. It's not gonna happen. It's like the bladder pushed to the side or swollen out. No, but you want to pee and you just cannot. And I had an orgasm, so it's not like it didn't come to say, well, yeah, but I just can't pee. It just won't happen. And like, I think, the vagina wall has to relax back because, as you said, rough up the pressure from the big something. You have to relax it back and then after a couple hours, then you just pee.
Yeah.
We're going to listen to another voice note.
It took me a while to get that kind of style that Jamaican men have where they want to just do it real quick and hard, and I don't like that. To me, it feels like rape. And it took a while, but I guess not all Jamaican men. I'm going to say it right, but it seems like the first one, I shouldn't say names. Yeah, I would say 3 of them were that was the way they used to doing it. Very forceful, and all I could think is maybe the women are used to that kind of sex, and I have horrible thoughts when I think about, like, because for me it feels like rape. Like, is that the only experience that they have with sex, having it rough? Because it's so much more than that when you have a real connection with somebody and it becomes give and take. Go slow, go fast, yeah, too. You can go all the ways, but if a woman, that's all she knows, I don't think that for me that would be fulfilling. I like to feel connected with somebody, and so it's definitely refined and it's wonderful, but there's a lot of exploring, and he's very open to that too, to not just, he loved to cuddle, and he told me that not all Jamaican women want to cuddle. They just want the sex and get the fuck out of here, something, I don't know, I don't, that's not in my head, but how it would be, maybe why they wouldn't cuddle. To me, that's part of it. That's part of it, before and after, that you just hold each other and then you fall asleep like that. Nice. And I usually like to do off after I have good sex, Yeah, so anyway, that what I have to say about that, what's been my experience, but I never did.
All right, first of all, let me say to you, sorry for the bad experiences that you've had with some Jamaican
It's not
men.
1, 2, 3. She started naming names.
Yeah, she was naming it. But unfortunately, you're going to the same pattern of men. I know will defend my Jamaican men because it's the only ones I've ever had. And let me tell you, 10 out of 10, 12 to them. 10 out of 10, 12 to the Jamaican man them. What it have been. So I'm going to defend my Jamaican men, that they're excellent lover, excellent bop, excellent rougher, smoother, soother, and them can whine.
Okay, let me just say this, because she said that it feels like rape. But
Right.
hold on, she went to 3 different Jamaican men. One thing I can say, just like you stood up for your bononos, Jamaican men are very passionate lovers. Yes, they like it rough, but at the same time, they're gonna let their women know, like, babes, I want you. Like,
Yeah, that's
so,
just her way.
What kind of men she was dealing with?
Let me tell you what she sound like. She sound like an explorer. She sound like
She did a North Coast picking up the.
and just come at Jamaica, God, because she sound
I'm
like
gonna pick up
somebody
some
like,
renter dread, right?
yeah, just go up and hear one now. The man them now see her and see this clean skin, nice looking woman now and just want to jump in her thing and just rev it out and just cut and gone.
Right.
You understand?
90 Day
She said,
Fiance.
the man had the one and then she got through the same thing. I come like she find one now where kind of, you know? Yeah.
I love her up.
Yes, so I just fear think that fear
Because
experience.
she
I know like that too. You see, as I said, she does sound like maybe she Caucasian or something like that. So yeah, what some of the man them what I have experience with. Maybe it's them first white woman them I get excited.
Yeah, they're excited.
Because that's what she said. She said he said that most Jamaican women don't
want to be cuddled, and that's not true. We care to be loved. She's saying probably that's why they were dealing with her that way, but probably it's the energy that she sent off. Yeah.
She pick up some man off on the road
we're gonna prove to her say Jamaican and ram it and stab it and ham it and
she pick up some man when I used to vagina.
It's not even used to. They just probably don't think that's what they're to give to her.
As you say, Carlene, she find herself in a certain pattern of man.
Yeah. And she keep going back to the same type.
Yeah, just in our lives, you know, different time we tend to attract certain patterns.
What we like and not realizing it. Yeah.
Frame of mind and everything there, yeah. So maybe she just stuck in another pattern where she attract that type of man there. You know what I mean? But I mean, she have a point still in terms of as Jamaican we kind of do our socialize in our rough aggressive sex kind of way.
True.
But what she had described is a certain type of individual then. Because most of it versatile. We're not just jumping and just rev.
Yeah, rev like some old truck you try start.
Maybe most of the first and I hear one now. I go there one night and 2 nights so.
Right, so they just want to beat it up and go.
Yes. That's what
have
it
another
sounds like.
voice now?
Carlene, my phone are dead by the way, yeah?
No bother dead yet. Do plug it in, find one connection.
I think it's that question of how far is too far is a really good question. I think you have to tune into how you feel. Consent is one of the things that's very important to me. If you are not consenting to something and the person is going ahead with it even when you have made it clear that you're not consenting, they're not respecting your boundaries, them not respect you, you're in a space where you could be experiencing violence. That is one clear line for me. The other thing is, are you enjoying this rough sex that is happening? Is it fulfilling you? Are you enjoying it? Do you feel like you are an equal participant in it? If that is the case, then good. If that is not the case, then maybe you need to draw the line. One thing that I encourage people to ask themselves is, if I ask this person to do this differently, would they? If the answer is no, then you understand that you're not in a situation where you are having the ability to consent. Because if you withdrew consent, it was going to happen anyway, and that's another situation where you know that maybe it's time for you to think about a safety plan, think about what type of help, intervention, support it is that you might need. With sex, in all areas, the thing that I focus on, are you enjoying it? If you're not enjoying it, then don't do it. It's your body, it's your sex life, it's the most intimate thing that you will experience. If you're not enjoying it, then stop.
And all of that she said is so correct. First of all, you shouldn't assume what I like. You should know. Let's have a conversation to it. If you bring something to me and you see I'm not reciprocating to you or, acting as if it's all great and good, do something different. Because sometimes women don't want to speak, don't want to tell people that what they don't and don't like. So watch and learn.
But all right, you see, as a man, right? You have to know if you confirm. You understand? You can't say, oh, you're girlish and you're this and you're that, and you don't know how to confirm. Yeah? You know how to have rough sexes and whatever, but here we go now. You see, when you enjoy yourself, all right, me I enjoy myself now as a man, and me I beat her and if she say, yo, stop it, you go too hard, yo, that means she not enjoy.
Right.
So you say, people don't know how to go so now and say, all right, this is another type of girl.
Right,
you understand
tone it down.
I don't say you have to calm down now and cause you say she not enjoy, probably to she it a go feel like say, yo, yeah, hear me,
Yeah, rape me.
yeah, it's coming like rape or it coming like abuse. You understand?
It
Or
is
you
abuse.
take advantage because at the end of the day, you not consent to whatever I'm doing, but she not consenting to you going so
So
hard.
hard,
You
right? She don't
understand?
like it. It don't feel good to her.
Yeah, it don't feel good to her. So you see, you not care about that or you not responsible that he's just an idiot, you're not real. You understand
Yeah,
me? I
you're
said
not
that
you're not no you're not
just a
used to
run down.
coochie.
Yeah, you just a run down for have sex. You understand me? I said, so if she say, yo, it's too hard and you enjoy yourself, and you my arm to you, my God, really? No, it's too hard, all right. She said, this is a girl where I have to calm down with and take time with, all right, so all right, change her position. Go that way here. You know,
The
so, you know,
sensual
so,
flower, see?
Yeah.
to deal with she know. You understand? So if you can conform and know how to handle a female, else you have to always. This happen whole heap of time to enough man, you know.
Yes, it
And then
does.
lose, and then, yeah, one heap of time because
Lose out
them
with the
just
girl
run
too.
down to no say yo, them just get the vagina for the talk, say yo, yeah man, but are you alone enjoy yourself, bro?
All right, we're coming to the end of the show, and I can't leave without having you. And Sanjay has a new bad song. Bust piece of, you know the thing, Sanjay. Bust piece of something. Both of you, and Flex, if you have something to go, because we're at the end of the show. Yeah, 2 hours fly when we're having fun. I was gonna say sex, but that would be way too long.
Selector, start the party. Every dancer roll out fast feet. Here to kissy happy feet and shorty. Exclusive, we want house boysy. Hey, we full of two like birds. Gunman pull up on your foot like axe. Girl up a wine and twerk. Bust the Hennessy with poor little. Live life in the fast lane. Now see me crash. Pocket full of cash. Live life in the fast lane. Now slow down. Can't slow down. Woo! Fast lane me in a hole. Can't get you be my. Boom, can't get you be my. Fast lane me in a hole. Can't get you be my. Flex, them can't get you be my.
Any little money I get like this. Brand new watch from me wrist. Lamborghini to Chris. Girls are flying from Paris. Anything me want me we get. Any little money I get like this. Any little change. Take it go by range. Remember when me did hungry like dog boy have mange. See then how things change. Me want horse in a Egypt house a Galilee. Plane in a sky and yacht from the sea. We make the money and the money make me. So we now go change every change after we. Hey, come make we enjoy ourselves. Make the money and enjoy ourselves. Chop the food and enjoy ourselves. We just go we are going to enjoy ourselves. Hey, make we enjoy ourselves. Make the money and enjoy ourselves. Chop the food and enjoy ourselves. Hey, Carlene, make we enjoy ourselves. Hey, ready and I'm gone, me gone. When 9 to 5 I go both the water lawn. Yo, me have to chop it to call me daughter born. Light turn off for me yard and me water gone. Yo, anyway, the money that me have to get it. The naka, me select it. After we set here, we gamble and we bet here, we lose all the money and we still don't regret it.
Hey, tell us how we can get to you, Sanjay, on your social media pages. Same thing with Flex.
Yeah, man. Sanjay is the name. Sanjay is the name. At Sanjay is the name across all platforms: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Sanjay is the name.
Yeah.
And
Likewise,
Flex?
you don't know Flex in the complex. You don't know at Flex in the complex with 2 X's. The Instagram, YouTube, everything. Flex in the complex. At Flex in the complex.
I want to thank you both so much for an awesome rough night. Thank you, and I'll see you when you come home, Sanjay. And Flex, I'll see you whenever you come back to Jamaica. Enjoy, mash up the studio, both of you, and I see you guys soon when you come home.
All right, Carlene. Follow me on Instagram, Carlene.
All right, just send me a DM. That's all Queen Carlene on Instagram, and I'll follow it back.
All right, definitely.
Okay.
I follow you already, you know.
Oh, so just send me a DM.
All right, definitely.
Okay.
Good night, guys.
Right. So, Janelle, yes, 2 hours go when we're having fun. You're so quick. How can anybody get to you, find you, buy your products, however it is? Tell them.
So you can catch me on Instagram, Inked Couture. There you'll see my Candy Hookah page, which is Lollylicious Candy Tips, and also the Marlowe brand. So yes, you can find me. All right.
So what is it on Instagram?
Oh, that is incorrect. It's IIK3D Couture, no 30 at the end.
All right.
All right,
So,
guys.
Finer, any last words?
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
You're most welcome. All right, here we have it. You know, it's end of the show. Yes, time flies when you're having fun. And of course, I always have to thank my producer, Danielia Doyle, and my engineer, Tristan Palma. Big up to all my listeners, all the people who have been following me on my SOB journey. Thank you. Continue to do so. And as always, go to my Instagram page, Dancehall Queen Carlene. Go to the link to my profile and click the link to donate to my sister's cancer treatment. Yes. That's Pinky. What is it? The Real Helping Hand is you can go to their page too and go to Pinky's cancer treatment. All right. So it's good night. See you next week. Lorraine, Elijah, Pinky, Tin Man, Dicky,
Marlo,
Crystal, yes, and Ryan. Night, night.